Reverend Kim. It was beautiful. She was just harmonizing, which is what it was all about. And thank you, Faith Rivera, too. And maybe you two can go on the road together. Who knows? All right. Well, if you heard last Sunday's talk in some form, you were here, you were live streaming, you saw the video, then you know that we are using this Easter month as an opportunity for us to turn our full focus and awareness to the Christ, to the love of God, the peace of God, the joy of God, that not only lived in Jesus as he walked the earth so long ago, but lives in us today as we walk this earth. The only difference in the walking that created miracles wherever he went is that Jesus knew who he was within himself. And he knew the truth that walked with him with every step. In the way of the heart, we read these words of Joshua or Jesus about the truth that lives in us. The great secret is this is the state of your reality. All visible things, all forms and expressions are but temporary modifications of the one fundamental energy that I have chosen to call the Christ mind, the offspring of the Father. Now, we considered last Sunday that the same Spirit, the same fundamental energy of love, the same conscious awareness of life lives in all that lives, no matter what temporary modification any form might take. So here we are this morning. We're here, brought our three-dimensional bodies, and we're sitting in a three-dimensional chair that we intentionally sat our body in, hopefully. And we're in a 3D sanctuary. And it all looks like it's all that is. And yet, the greater part of us, the gigantic part of us, the boundless part of us, is spiritual, non-physical. And that part of us, our inner being, is here too. No exceptions. You're here, you got one. We couldn't be here without our inner being. Our spiritual self sustaining and maintaining the presence of our physical expression. No one leaves home without it. Each of us, right now, is fully represented by our spiritual self. That perfectly positive, fully conscious, pure source energy of love, that is who we are. It's that inner part of us that we can't see, but we surely can feel, that focuses only on the aspects of our life that we've decided we want to experience. And that's such a good thing. Because we're not always so good as our physical self, focusing on only what we want to experience. because we get distracted by what's in front of us or by what others are talking about. As human beings, we all have attention deficit. So, everywhere we turn, there's something that seems to demand that attention. Whether it's breaking news or financial uncertainty or political division or global unrest. And it seems challenging to focus only on what we want to experience. So challenging that we don't always stay focused on that which is in our best interests to focus on. That's the reason we have emotions. To let us know how much we, as our physical self, are focused on our best interest in any moment. The good news is our inner being is maintaining a positive focus no matter what's going on. So, it's always with us, always with us. And when we are focused there too, when we are centered within us, when we are consciously being with our inner being, we feel balanced. We feel clear. We feel frisky. We feel happy. We feel curious. We feel passionate. We feel all those good things that we want to feel. But we live in a world of contrast and variety, and so many things seem to be making so much big noise to get our attention that we distract ourselves from the vibrational frequency of the Christ mind in us and the spiritual being we are. In this universe that's governed by the law of attraction, and there's no getting around it, when we're distracted by something unwanted, no matter how well-meaning we are in wanting to fix it, we flow our attention to it, whatever it is. And that becomes our point of attraction. So that we're actually energetically supporting the very thing that we don't want. We allow it to continue to manifest right in front of us because our focus is calling it to us. And so our negative emotion is our indicator that that's what we're doing. And it's good to know when that's what we're doing. Abraham Hicks tells us your emotion does not create. Emotion is your indicator of what you are already creating. As we think, we vibrate. And it's your vibrational offering that equals your point of attraction. Emotion, your guidance system, is telling you what's coming. If we're not feeling good, for any reason, we're not calling anything good our way. When we feel negative emotion, if we decide that it's really important for us to rise above the clouds of negativity, and we find a way to do that, we become vibrationally and spiritually available to the things we want. for ourselves and this world. Our good already exists in the frequency of our spiritual self, our inner being, the Christ mind. Which brings us to the title of today's talk, Above the Clouds of Ego. Though we all see and experience life differently, as we choose our preferences, what we want to be, what we want to see, and express ourselves in these temporary manifestations of pure positive source energy, it's so important for us to keep in mind that our differences are valuable, and they're intended to inspire unique expressions of life, our unique expression of life in the oneness, in the one life, in the one spirit, in the one universe. They're not an indication that we are separate from the oneness or each other. Sometimes it's easy for us to see that we are far more alike than we appear to be physically. We all look so different from each other. And sometimes it may seem we're far more different than we'd like to be with each other. It's hard to remember, or even to believe. As we argue about what's right and what's wrong in this world and with each other, that what we see individually is a manifestation of the thoughts in our own mind seen through our 3D viewer, our ego. And it's easier to forget and harder to believe that when we want something to be different than it looks to us, we're the one who has to change our viewmaster in order to get a view that we like better. There's nothing wrong with the ego. We don't have to get rid of it. It's necessary while we're here in physical form in this time-space reality. In fact, the ego only exists in this time-space reality. It's needed because it's our focuser, and our focus determines our experience. It's the tool that allows us to focus our attention on this and that and choose what we prefer to experience in our life. And then if we focus only on what we want, not against what we don't want or what anybody else wants, we create a life that is unique and one that we enjoy. We only get in trouble when we rely on the ego, which believes it's separate from everything else and defends itself at all costs to lead the way. Because being a tool, it needs to be turned on to work as it's meant to work. The way of the heart asks us, are you going to let the shadow lead, or are you going to lead? When we let the shadow, our ego, lead the way, We go around and around in circles, repeating what's already been done because there's nothing new under the sun. And our ego only lives under the sun. The ego's full of already thoughts that we've thought and the world has thought. And it only knows the ways of the world. And what's already been and what's possible for us or the world based on what's already been. The most it can do to express what's already been in our life or in the world in a different way because we want to present things as new. It's like taking leftovers that we know aren't fresh and new and trying to make them look a little different, pretending there's something else, when what they are is leftovers. The Christ mind, our true mind, sees beyond this time-space reality. It's full of new possibilities, never thought of before, for us and the world. It doesn't look back. It's forward motion. It's focused on the present moment and on our growth and expansion as a spiritual being expressing that self in the world. The Christ mind, the mind of our inner being, is like a clear blue sky. It's judgment-free. It sees everything without opposing anything. And it isn't fooled by or limited to the appearance of things. When a thought comes to us in any moment from the vibrational frequency of the Christ mind, that thought is like a beautiful, puffy white cloud floating across the clear sky of our awareness on currents of love. But when a thought comes to us in any moment from the ego mind alone, and it convinces us that what we see is the only way whatever it is can be seen, that thought is like a dense, dark cloud that blocks the light of the Christ mind in our awareness. Now, we could say that because the ego is our focuser, it's like a flashlight that we take with us. We turn it this way, we turn it that way, see what we can see this way, that way. We do it all day. We do it through our life on earth. But unless we turn a flashlight on, it can't help us see any better just because we're holding it, or see more clearly what we want to see, or see where we want to go. It's the light that comes through the flashlight that allows it to function the way it's intended to function. And it's the light of the Christ mind in us that comes through our awareness that allows our ego to function as it's intended to function. In the book of Philippians, we read, "Let that mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus." How do we turn on the tool of our ego? Abraham Hicks tells us that when we're having the thoughts that our inner being is having, we're tuned in, we're tapped in, and we're turned on. We're aligned with the pure, positive energy that creates our world and beautiful rainbows of experience. There's nothing outside of us that can stop us from changing our worldview to a spiritual view of the world. It's totally up to us. The goodness, the beauty, the holiness of life is present with us and within us because we're present in it. We're immersed in it. It's always here with us. It's everywhere in the frequency of the Christ mind, our inner being, our true self. When we're ignoring that, we're ignoring it all. And all we have to do to get turned on and to let that mind be in us that was also in Jesus as he walked the earth is to rise above the clouds of the ego and know who we are. Abraham Hicks tells us when you accept that there is a non-physical version of you and you embrace it and adore it and you practice the frequency of that non-physical part of you and you allow it to flow into this physical life experience, then it is a delicious life experience indeed. Namaste. All right, well, this is the time of our service when we say thank you once more. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sitting in those seats and knowing who you are while you're sitting there. Thank you for watching live stream and or video. We're grateful that we share together an energy that desires to see the good, to be the good, and to experience the good in the world for ourselves and everyone else. And thank you for all of you, to all of you, for your financial support. That's how we continue to do what we do. And this is a beautiful, beautiful spiritual family, love-based community that is spiritually fed and ready to grow and expand. And when that flows into form, often it looks like financial support. So our treasurer isn't here this morning, So I'm going to just tell you a few ways, if you don't know how to support us financially, how you can do that. You can contribute on Facebook, and it's likely that you are watching us on Facebook if you're not here, but I'll say it. It's Life Enrichment Center. No. Now I'm doing it like Jamie does it. It's facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. That's how you find us. Okay. And you can go to our website, which is lecflint.com. And there's a contribute button or a donate button there. And there's a synopsis there. There's just a podcast of the talk. And then if you click on the video, it takes you to YouTube, and you can see this all over again if you want to. Or share it with a friend. Or you can go to PayPal, and our PayPal address is lec2512@gmail.com. And if you like, you can just send us a check through the mail. It'll get here sooner or later. Yeah. And our address is P.O. Box 321-294, Flint, Michigan 48532. So, if you'd like to do that, thank you. And now, as we listen to Marcia Allen, who can bring with one note all of us to center. As we listen to her sing in this very room, Janice will come around, and if you have a love offering this morning, and then I'll come back up. We'll do a prayer of appreciation and gratitude, and it'll be good.